When he first gave it to me and I put it on, I was like, listen, I know how sound works. And he was like, what? How does sound work? Goes. I literally said that to him.
It projects.
Because he had been on my case. Like, I was only there for like a month before I dropped out and went home. And I was pissed. Because there's just all the rules, man. And he made me wear that. And I'm literally sitting there. His name was Jacques. Kid you not. Jacques. I kid you not. And he was
You're
like,
such a Jacques.
I know. He made me put it on. I was like, and I know that that's part of Broadway. I'm not stupid. I know that's I'm familiar with it, but it never made sense to me. I mean, I guess it makes sense. I've seen a lot of plays, a lot of musicals where you can hear it.
Right.
But there's always that moment when the music dies down and the vocals are a little quieter that you can't hear it. And that was always my complaint. When I saw Wicked live like last year, or this was like 2010, but when I saw him that year, I was like, my only complaint is the woman who played Glinda had the microphone here instead of everyone else had the side one.
The side one.
And when she would drop down lower, but she belted out 90% of the time, so you could hear it, but like pissed me off. So he's talking to me and he was like, you got to wear this. I was like, why am I not wearing the side? I don't even know what to call it. I'm like, why am I not wearing the side microphone? He's like, you got to use this. This is what they use. And I'm like, well, why? That's stupid. And he literally looks at me and he was like, Rachel, this is what you have to do. And I'm like, but sound travels this way, not this way. And then I ran away.
I'd have kicked you straight out of there. This woman's psychotic. Get out of my.
They were not. Classroom. They were so happy when I said, "Hey, man, I'm not returning next year."
Bet they were.
You know how much that 1 month cost me? At least $5,000.
$5,000.
At least. My rent was $12.25, but I had a studio fucking apartment with 2 beds in it. So I was sharing a studio tiny ass apartment with another girl.
Right.
And we were both paying $1,200.
It was your dormitory.
We're paying $1,200 a piece to live in this time. Like, it was smaller than my bedroom. It wasn't like my living room, like where it was spacious. We were like, bed here, kitchen there, bathroom. I was like, we're paying $2,400 for this?
It's New York. It's everything was.
She was like, oh, but you don't have to have a car.
That's a trade-off. Every time I go into the bathroom and make a bunch of noise, that's the trade-off of not having a car.
They did. After a month, they sat you down there talking to me. They're like, so how are you liking this? And I was like, how much do I have to pay for 2 years? And they were like, it's $44,000 for 2 years. Which I thought my scholarship covered it, but my scholarship only covered like $12,000.
Jeez.
I was like, well, why didn't you tell me that when I auditioned? They told me it was a full ride.
Because no,
they meant, we're just paying for your tuition.
That's right.
I said, fuck y'all, I'm going to go back to Denton.
I can get a lot.
I can get on Broadway, or I can get in theater, and they're not going to charge me this much.
They'll pay me to do it.
That's right.
That's right.
That's where I'm at now. Show them.
So, you went to New York, raised a whole bunch of fuss, and then come back home. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I didn't go in debt, though, so that was good.
Yeah. Well, that is a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
It was fine.
Yeah.
I like the fact that when I got out of school, because I went to the American Musical Dramatic Academy, which is close to NYU. It's not close, but it's not far from NYU.
Right.
And so when I got to leave...
I bet they had a shitty football team.
I don't know. I never paid attention. I didn't go there for sports, doggy. But I would leave, and my dorm was right... Well, it's not a dorm. It was an apartment, but it was right down the street. And all the restaurants... It was a dorm.
It was a dorm.
It was a dorm.
Two beds in a bathroom.
I love the concept that everything was in walking distance. I mean, I guess even things that aren't in walking distance are still walking distance. So I like that.
Well, think of it this way, my dove, is count your blessings that you're still not there.
I know, I'd be like $80,000 in debt.
Seriously, not to mention the fact that that's just a wacky place.
And guaranteed I wouldn't be on Broadway.
That's right.
I mean, I would, but I'd be the understudy, or they would put me in like the chorus or the orchestra.
You'd be off Broadway doing some kind of weird stuff.
You know, speaking of Broadway, because I literally, that was my forte for a while. Before, I mean, I always wanted to be a musician, then I did musical theater. And I love musical theater. I love musical theater. That's why I do the theatrical thingies with what we do, because I love theater more, a little bit more than I love music. But I like them together. They go together. I know, it's weird to say. They're together. Music and theater are my thing.
Right.
But when I left that, I thought that I was going to hate musical theater. And I was like, I'm never going to do this again because this is bullshit. They're charging an arm and a leg. Like, this is stupid. And the whole time I was there, they were telling me how hard it is and what, like, I was talking to people that were already in it, but weren't like top.
Yeah.
The top tier. These are the, you know, understudies, the regular ones. And they're telling me how hard it was and like how you have to be. And I was just like, so this is just like music 101. You either are the best or you're the worst, and there's no in between. I was like, I'm going home because at least I can be in my own wheelhouse, and if I fail at it, it's fine. I don't have
big fish in a little pond.
Yeah, no one knows. No one knows who I am. But if I'm over here and I suck, you're gonna tell the tabloids.
You'd be a guppy. You'd be a guppy. You know what they do with guppies? They feed other fish.
They make you do the chorus and hairspray. I would be fine with being in the chorus.
Right.
You think I want to remember all of the damn? I mean, don't get me wrong. There's not one musical I don't know.
Seriously.
Like, okay, there's probably are, but there's a lot of musicals I know top to bottom.
There's a couple of them I know.
Like straight up. Like I know them all.
All of the words.
Yep, same here.
All of the words. I can do that.
I love them.
You know, there's people watching.
Right now? When did you get here?
They've been here for a while, I think.
You don't tell us.
They probably heard all that mess.
You didn't tell us you're here?
No, they don't say much.
You don't. You don't
No.
speak. You don't tell us. You just don't acknowledge
But
your
they
presence.
should click that button down there somewhere that says subscribe.
That's right, because if you subscribe, because I can't speak, if you subscribe to this, you will be informed of future episodes dropping.
That's right. Of what, by the way?
Oh,
Yeah.
Pirate
Radio.
Live.
Live. That's right. That's where we're at right now. That's what you're witnessing. Straight out of the bucket.
It
like
was a
that.
bucket. There was a bucket, and then we
Right.
had to pop out of it.
That's right.
Don't ask.
Well, what we're going to do tonight.
Please don't make me get back in the bucket.
No, you've done your bucket time. You've done your bucket time. But although that was number one on my bucket list was to get a bucket. Practical thinking.
Practical thinking.
What happened to the lights?
The bucket
See-
came
oh,
in.
look at that. Oh, our production Nazi is over there playing with the lights. This is going to get edited like crazy, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. We are listening. You are listening. You are watching.
I'm listening.
She's listening.
He's
You're
watching.
Watching Pirate Radio live from Denton, Texas.
Denton, Texas.
That's
This
right.
is our episode
14.
14?
Yep. No, episode 15.
No, 14.
15. It's 14. It's our lucky episode.
See, we don't have to remember what number we're on.
No,
we
we
just have
don't.
to remember where we are. And
This
right
is
now,
episode 14.
we're in Canada.
That's right. No, we're not in Canada. Oh, eh? We're not in Canada, eh? We're in
They
Texas.
wouldn't let me in. They said I
That's
wasn't
right.
Canadian enough.
Okay, this is totally out of hand now. We need to reel it back in, my dove. So we are going to show you some of the great music from Denton, Texas. That's right.
That's right.
And tonight's a bit of a treat because up until this time, my cats and kittens, we have been performing these little soirees at Killer's Tacos.
That's right. And you're going to
And-
notice tonight that it's not
It's
doesn't
not
look
Killer's
like Killers
Tacos,
because
no.
we have segued over to a new venue.
That's right. Herf's Tap House.
That's right.
Which has kind of become our new home base.
It's a turf.
That's where we do our open mic and we play our gigs up there and just kind of fiddle fart around and
And I drink their beer.
yep, and drink a lot of beer. And so anyway, this is the first episode that is going to be coming from Herf's Tap House.
That's right.
That's right. And to start off this mess,
Ooh-wee. Who do we have to start off this mess?
we
Doggy?
have brother Ed Mackey.
That's right. We
That's
do.
right.
We have Ed Mackey and his style of music. It's a nice little treat. It's kind of
It's very folky.
very folky, got a little
very
Irish twang,
Americana in there.
Americana.
Yep.
I think he's done some Scottish. I'm just throwing all the other foreign names out there because
Right.
he does them.
Lost track of that one, didn't you, Dove?
did.
Okay, so anyway, this is going to be Ed Mackey, and he is going to be doing a song called Draft Dodger
Hey,
Rag.
did you know that he wrote this song when he was in high school?
Oh, crap. That's not Draft Dodger Rag, then, is it? It's Schoolyard Ground. That's the one he wrote in high school.
Is that what he called it?
That's what he said.
Believe you.
I know. That was there. I know. I was reading my notes, which Wow, looked like a police blotter from here. So anyway, yeah, this is going to be Ed Mackey doing Schoolyard Ground, one of his originals.
One of his originals.
Push the button, Max.
Okay, here's a song that I wrote when I was a senior in high school. I got expelled from high school the first thing in the morning, so I had the whole day off with nothing to do, so I went home and wrote this song. Come around, people, and listen to me. I'll tell you of the sad history of a bold, bad man we can't have around. He smoked a cigarette on the schoolyard ground. Half an hour before school began, he smoked a cigarette and the teacher run him in. Says, here we have a bold, bad man. I caught him outside with a smoke in his hand. Here's Mr. Blau looking down on him. Well, ain't you ashamed of your terrible sin? Well, I know you are a bold, bad fool, and I can't do nothing but expel you from school. 6 more weeks in the senior A, when he got the news that fateful day. Said, see here, boy, we can't have you around. You smoked a cigarette on the schoolyard ground. Come around, people, and listen to me. I'll tell you of the sad history of a bold, bad man we can't have around. He smoked a cigarette on the schoolyard ground.
God.
Can I be the Foley artist?
Yes.
Yeah!
You could naturally be the Foley
I
artist.
could, couldn't I?
You could be.
I could.
Yes, you Foley straight up.
I told Olivia what a Foley artist was the other day, and she thought I was joking
Yeah.
because it's Foley. And
Yeah.
I was like, no, a Foley artist. They do the noise.
Foley. That's
Like when somebody breaks their bone, it's celery breaking, and that's
Yeah.
the Foley artist making those noise. How do I do that? You're
Foley
welcome.
artist. Yep, you can do some great stuff. So anyway, that was Ed Mackey and his excellent song, Schoolyard Ground.
That's cool.
And what's a little tidbit was, I found out, apparently Ed was out there playing and doing the thing when I was a kid. So that's a rare treat, my cats and kittens, is somebody actually older than me on this show. So just, throwing it out there. That's good. So next up to the gallows, speaking of not old, this one's a youngin'. Showed up out of nowhere.
Oh, he is a young guy. I think he's like 19.
Right around. He's from Memphis, Tennessee.
I know he's not old enough to drink because he won't take my drink tickets when I
That's
give
right.
it to him.
That's right. So we use him instead. We don't want him to go to waste.
No, but he is, unfortunately, maybe fortunately for him, leaving us soon.
Yep, he's been in town during the summer, and he's managed to play all of the open mics. He's made quite a splash for himself, and you're going to figure out why
he is
here in a minute.
phenomenal. Absolutely, you're going to understand.
He's
And
a quite talented young
he's-
man.
He's heading back soon, I think, to Nashville. No, Tennessee. Maybe
Memphis,
Tennessee.
maybe Memphis.
It's
Is it?
Tennessee, but I
Somewhere
don't
in
think
the
it's
south.
Nashville.
Somewhere in the south, he's going to be.
He's going to
So,
college.
Yeah, that's
to do
right.
his music majoring
That's
stuff.
right. Yeah, music majoring
The
stuff.
things that I dropped out of.
Yeah, and the stuff that you left New York for.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, who is this guy?
This is Carter Elliott.
That's right, Carter Elliott, and one of his songs, which is actually, this is a great song. I guess he did about a teacher of his.
He did about a teacher.
He did about a teacher, and it's called Angry Song Number 2. So
I want to know what happened to Angry Song number 1.
that is a question, and we'll have to ask him once when we see him.
At least we know it had nothing to do with the teacher, because if the teacher made Angry Song number 2, he didn't die yet.
Apparently.
But if you hear Angry Song number 3, you better
run.
run.
Yeah, could be anything. All right, so without further ado, let's do Carter Elliott and his Angry Song number 2.
This one is simply called Angry Song Number 2. Every time I... Yeah, sure. Every time I play this, everybody asks me, what happened to Angry Song Number 1? And I just say I wrote it already and gave it a better title. But so the story goes. This might get me in trouble if it's ever released publicly. But I'm a college student, and I had a college professor who really got on my tail. So much so that it totally just like shattered pretty much everything I believed in. And I go to a music school, so it was already a pain in the you-know-what. But this guy said some things that made everybody just like lose color or something. So I basically got chewed out in front of my peers. And yes, getting chewed out in front of your peers is a really fun hobby. Yes. No, it was a bad day afterward. And about a month later, once I had started processing things, I had to see this guy like 3 times or more a week. So I wrote this song. Every time I see you, it brings out the worst in me. You cannot take a small amount of positivity. And though your eyes are open, it seems you cannot see. I'm so done trying to be who you want me to be. Who died and made you king of the world? Because it sure wasn't anyone here. You parade around with your grim flag unfurled. How are we not supposed to fear? If you are not the enemy, why do you act like one? Shooting at us constantly, much hotter than the sun, with an iron fist of fury and words from an open gun. Ongoing and relentless, you're just hurting everyone. And I'll say to you, who died and made you king of the world? Because it sure wasn't anyone here. You parade around with your grim flag unfurled. How are we not supposed to fear? Oh, good intentions flew out the window long ago. There's no going back from this mess that you made. Somehow people love you. How can it be so? When you only make your friends afraid. It's just that every time I see you this day and age, it kills the good in me. Murdering my passion and my willingness to be. You know the time for mending's over. We just cannot agree. I'll fight you so hard, I'll fight you to be free. Who died and made you king of the world? Because it sure wasn't anyone here. You parade around with your grim flag unfurled. How are we not supposed to fear? One more time for the back now. Who died and made you king of the world? Because it sure wasn't anyone here. No, 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 no. You parade around with your grim flag unfurled. How are we not supposed to? How are we Thank you very much.
We're remembering song titles now.
Well, I wrote them down, but then I get them wrong at the same time.
So I don't make notes.
That's
I write
right.
the wrong notes down. The mouth and the brain do not work together.
You know,
They
I've
don't.
noticed that. I've
They
known you for a
don't.
long
They
time, girl.
don't.
And
You
one of the
say
things I
yes.
love about you is that the mouth and the brain do not work
Nope.
in concert all the time. It's pretty interesting.
You know
really.
why?
Why?
Because I dance when I play. Because I need to make my body move to a different thing.
So your feet and your brain,
They don't work.
They
My
don't work.
brain,
Okay.
my brain goes in correlation with what my memory does, because that makes sense. Memory, brain. So my brain goes with natural understanding. But for anything else to be remembered, it's like a counting thing. Like my body either has to move, my hands have to move, my body has to move, my head has to bounce. It's a military structural thing. Like it's like my body's going 1, 2, 3, or whatever the count
you
is.
see the conversations that I have to have all the time. It's awesome. So that's why I love you.
You hired me.
I know. I
have
couldn't
never-
resist.
I
Are
have
you
not
kidding?
been anything less than what Ray Chan would ever be.
That's very true, and that's why we hang out together. So, next up to the gallows,
Next up to the gallows.
we have a little bit of electronica, which is always nice, a little bit of variety.
Ooh,
And,
this is a change up.
it is a change up, and I personally love
I
me
know,
some
Electro Doggy
electronica.
sure does.
Yep, I love some electronic music, and I love experimental and the avant-garde.
Me too.
This isn't so much avant-garde, but it is definitely electronica, and
It
it's
is.
just lovely piece of work.
It's lovely.
And it doesn't even have a name that we know of. It probably does.
It
but
does. I bet you if you were like pop up his computer, it has a title.
Either that, or he's got it somewhere in his brain, which probably works with his feet.
I don't know. Sometimes they don't.
Just saying. So this is who?
Julian Gear.
That's right,
Ooh, I
Julian Gear. You got it right. Very good. So the brain's working, and so are the vocal cords. This is Julian Gear pushing buttons. He's got the coolest little computer.
Yeah.
I love this thing, and it's just like a little box.
I know. Don't worry. He's going to push the button. Max.
That's right. Push the button, Max.
All right, this next song is called Her 89. Hope you like it. Thank you.
He heard you.
He heard you.
This one? No, this one? Wait, is it this one?
There's more noise. I love that. It's just that little box. I want one of those. I want a little box that you could push. I got a bigger box that you can make noise out of, and then I got a whole garage full of crap.
I have things I can beat on.
Yeah, so that's what I did. One day is one of my favorite things that I did was I went to Colorado, and they had a gong
I like gongs.
place.
Yep.
And you walked into this place, and it was just nothing but gongs from all over the world. And the hippies in Colorado, they would go there and they would meditate, and they would beat on the gongs. Well, I took my little recorder and I recorded all these noises with the gongs, and she taught me how to do a couple things, little tricks and stuff like that. And she was down, the woman that run the place let us in. We were the only people there, me and my daughter, and she let us in and gave us the run of the place, right? And so, I've got the mallets and stuff like that, and I'm trying the Vietnamese gong and the Korean gongs and all that stuff. And I go down the end, there's this great big giant one, it's about that big. And I just thought, it would be cool. And I just took my fingernails and went all the way down, and it caught her attention. And she turned around, she was all the way down at the other end of the room, and she run up and said, "What did you just do?" And I showed her my fingernails on a giant, about a $5,000 gong, right? And so I got a recording of that, and I've got all these recordings. Why are you looking at me like that? These are gongs. You get inspired, you do stuff.
I never want fingernails on anything.
Oh God, it's great. So I love that. That's one of my favorite noises. The fingernails on a
There's a
chalkboard.
point in life where Rachel and Bone Doggy do not agree. This is one of them.
Yeah, she doesn't do the fingernails on the chalkboard or the gongs, but it's a great sound. It's awesome.
I can hear it. Stop.
Well, she's already heard it. That's the funny part. So anyway, that was Julian Gear doing a little bit of electronica there, and
Yeah, it was
a little
wonderful.
bit of,
it was exciting.
It
It
was
was a
lovely.
great little change up to what we do. And for me, it was nice because I
Yeah.
just like hearing that kind of stuff.
Yep, you kind of sit back and chill.
You do. You can kind of sit back and chill and hear it, and I love that. I
Yeah,
love.
me
and
too.
did you know Julian Gear also does other music?
Yes, he does play acoustic, and he does the singer-songwriter thing,
Yeah.
which is cool, and it's very good.
You know why it's so cool? Because we can get him back in, and
Yep.
it's a whole different thing.
Exactly.
It's like, hey man, you can come back in. It's a whole different show.
Yeah.
Come back in. We won't question that you've been here before.
But those of you out there that have good taste and would love to see him do electronic stuff again, we could do that
Yeah,
too.
push the like button.
Yeah.
If you want him to do more electronic stuff on Pirate Radio Live, push the like button. That's what we're supposed to do, right?
I think so. Probably. I don't know. I've never done that.
I don't know.
I don't
This
know. You
social
got to
media
register.
Stuff
and-
is hard.
Seriously. Speaking of stuff that's hard,
Social media.
that's what we did.
Social media.
No.
We did hard stuff.
We did. We played a couple songs that are winger dingers, man.
Winger
We
dingers.
did winger
That
dingers.
sounds
Yeah.
like a.
Actually, yeah, we got carried away.
I'm
and
pretty
had
sure I
little
worked
bit of
at a
jam.
restaurant once, so we had wing dings.
Wing dings?
Yeah.
Ooh. What would you make those out of?
I think those had bones, and then they had the wing.
Was it a chicken
The
thing?
wing. There was like wings and wing dingers. I think the wing dingers were like. They said it was buffalo, but it was really.
Buffaloes don't have wings,
No.
and they don't have chicken
and it
wings
wasn't,
either.
and I'm pretty positive it was just boneless chicken wings.
Oh,
they
okay.
made me tell everybody that. had
So they're
buffalo.
nuggets. Wing dingers could
Do
be
you
a
know I
nugget.
got fired for that?
They kicked you out of New York, and then they kicked you out
Yeah.
of the chicken place.
Because
For what?
Because the person in charge told me to put the wings. They told me
Yeah.
to put the wing dangers in the thing, but I put wings. But they told me wings.
You got wings in the thing instead of the
So
wing
there's
dingers in
bone
the thing.
and boneless. Well, I put the boneless in the deep fryer.
So the boneless winger dingers
But it was supposed
with
to
the
be
dingers.
the bone in because they're the buffalo meat. Wow. And the person was mad because they didn't get that.
I need a pen. I need to write this down. I'm losing track.
So I did. I gave them what they asked for. It was wrong because somebody didn't write it down right.
And then they booted you
And then
straight
he,
out
like,
of there.
made me vacuum at the end of the night and was like, hey, by the way, this isn't going to work out. And I said,
After
"Good."
you vacuumed.
That was only the
Smart guy.
only month I've ever been in a restaurant.
Really? Wow.
And I went home and said, good.
I did like 100 years in a certain burger joint. and I was actually headed towards management. I was very young, and I was headed
Did you
towards
get free
management.
burgers?
Oh yeah, God yes.
See, that's what I was hoping
Yeah,
for. He didn't give me free wings.
Well, what you do is this place's burgers, you put them down a grill thing, right? So
I hope so.
about 10 minutes to close, you throw a couple on there, because at close you write them off as waste and then eat them.
Oh yeah.
So we did that, and I was going to be in management, and they were going to send me to Whopper College, which is in Florida, and that's a thing.
They make Whoppers other than at Whopper.
Whopper College.
Burger King.
Whopper College.
Can I go?
No, you don't want to go to Whopper
Do
College.
you get burgers?
No.
I don't
You
wanna
don't go down there to eat. You go down there to learn how to do their paperwork, and then you work all of the holidays, which is exactly what happened to me. So I quit because they scheduled me for all the
I don't
holidays.
want to do your paperwork. You don't have to send me to a college to do your paperwork. Just give me your.
You do for this place. So anyway, that was my
Did
stint.
they really call it Whopper College?
Whopper College. Whopper College. It's in Florida. It's in Florida. It's a big deal
cool.
if you work for a certain fast food restaurant.
Like Burger King?
Who's not a sponsor, and we did not mention that, and we're not
You said
promoting.
Whopper. It's Whoppers. Like, who makes Whoppers?
That could be anything. That,
No, it can't.
That could be those little chocolate
If
deals.
you said Whopping, it could be anyone. But you said Whopper. There's only one person who makes Whoppers.
I was trying to be
Hey,
subtle,
can
my
I
little
ask
freight
now?
train.
What is this whole idea about the Whopper? I don't go to Burger King very often. My mom used to love
We
it.
don't deserve to know
She'd
then.
want to be like, go get a
good
Whopper, go
stuff.
get a Whopper. And I'm like, I'm just go get a burger.
It's just a big burger, really, is what it is.
like a Whataburger.
Same thing, basically. But it's not cooked the same. It's not cooked the same.
One of them actually cooks their food.
Yeah, the other grills it. You really want to have this discussion in front of all these people? Okay, fine. Here you go. You got a grill, and you got the flat pan thingy, and you flip it over there, and you just stick it down the grill and run it down the grill, and that's one, and that's the other, and that's how it works. That's life, my dear.
So, at Burger King, do they get both? At
No.
not Burger King,
No, because they don't have a grill at Burger Twine.
they have a flat thing.
No, they got the conveyor belt thing that gets like 50 billion degrees in there, and they stick a frozen patty on one end, and when it pops out the other, it's a hamburger.
Is it a hamburger?
Yes, it is.
I'm going to Burger King.
It's pretty
See,
awesome.
That's what's up.
Oh, check this out.
I want to put a patty
Check this
in,
out.
and then you come out, and it's a burger with lettuce and cheese and onion, and all I got to do is put it on the plate.
Here's your bun. Here's your bun. Here's your burger. Right. Set it down. Take top off. Mayonnaise, lettuce, 2 tomatoes, 4 pickles, onions, ketchup. Boom, burger. I can still do
was
that.
accurate.
I
That
made
was
about
100%
700,000 of those things. So, and to tell you the
You
truth,
made me hungry.
I wasn't supposed to be able to do this, but
So should I go to Burger King? Because I don't get their burgers, but should I be getting their burgers?
yeah, but the fries aren't the same.
I don't care about
I changed the
fries.
fries.
I mean, I'll
I
eat
cannot
'em.
believe we're having this discussion.
I'll eat their fries if it's like, okay, they have the best breakfast deal. You
I'll
can
tell
get
you what
2
they-
for $4 croissant sandwiches, man. What up?
I know, right? I'll tell you what does rock is their little onion rings.
Oh, they have onion rings.
Yes, they do. And you do 7 onion rings for a small order, and you do 11 onion rings
What
for
the
a
hell?
big order.
7 is a lot.
Well, the thing is,
You only get like 4 when you go to Sonic.
Well, when I worked at, well, it's because Sonic's not nearly as good as Burger King.
I'm starting to believe that.
I'm thinking. So
I'm
anyway,
thinking.
what Doggy would do is that when he was working fry station and you threw 7 onion rings in the fryer to
You
do,
threw 8?
you threw 9. So I owe Burger King about 400 onion
See,
rings.
that is why I can't work anywhere where I can overcompensate. Like if I'm in
yeah. Mm-hmm.
a business where I can put extra for a client, I would fail. I would fail so miserably because I'd be like, oh, you only get 10 chicken wings? Well, here's 30.
That's why they sacked you in the first place, and it was put in the wrong fryer too. So
Yeah, that's true. I also didn't make the mac and cheese for the
you know what's hysterical? I completely lost track of where we were at. Did we do our song yet?
No.
No, we didn't. We didn't. Okay, we need to get back to that.
All right, let's
even-
get back
even the
to
production
Pirate
Nazi is getting
Radio
a walking
Live because
around.
that's what we know you're all here for.
Okay, so Up to the Gallows is us doing one of our originals.
One of our originals.
A lovely little tune. I think it's one of our best originals. I really do, as far as lyrics go and as far as the way the song is constructed and the story that it
The
tells.
story that tells the interesting thing about this song, since working with you, and I've worked with Doggy in quite a few different I wouldn't say a few different. It's all one of the big thing.
The
But
big thing
the
for
different things
years.
we've done together.
Yes.
This is a song I've been playing for a long time, and we had it. We did it a certain way, and then we did the Ray Chan and Bone Doggy,
Mm-hmm.
and this song came. Obviously, it would come back to play
Yeah.
because we already knew it.
Right.
We play what we know. But with what Ray Chan and Bone Dog have been doing and just where we're naturally going, the song progressed a lot
Mm-hmm. It
for
did
me,
progress.
for what I do. So this is a lovely take on this song. You've probably heard it. If you know Bone Doggy, you know this song. He's probably played it millions of times with all the bands he's been in. But this song it's came around. Every so often it changes a little bit, just a little bit,
Yeah.
but it still keeps true to that.
And there's a little
Style of
little
it.
treat at the end, but that people ask, what's the song about? And it's basically about a guy who's
I thought it was about a bordel.
well, that's the thing is it's about a guy who's in a strange town, and he's basically looking for a bordello to get out of the rain and a place to stay, and so
You know what I think of every time I like that? Tell me, do you know a place to go where we can
where someone
go
take
get
you in and keep you warm.
I think about the away in a manger scene where the Jesus and people are like getting out of the rain, and then they find the manger.
Okay, you could
manger.
go that route if you'd like to.
That's
You
where
can-
my brain goes every
Okay,
time. I'm
well,
like,
we'll give it a
oh, it's
spiritual.
raining.
We'll give it a spiritual thought.
And then we're gonna roll right into a special thing.
Little jam.
A little jam.
Little jam.
A little thing that I just learned.
That's right.
Literally yesterday.
That's right, and we've been fooling around with it. So, without further ado, here's us after we've taken all this time. Here's us doing "Weight of the Storm,"
Riders on the storm.
and that one too.
Dun, dun, dun.
Now, back to driving down McKinney Street at 11:30 at night.
Hope you
When
were
it was
listening.
raining.
You will be quizzed later.
All right, this is a lovely little tune called "The Weight of the Storm." All right, here we go.
Excuse me while I stretch my pinky out. Ah. All right.
Here we go. Well, the thunder and the lightning are competing for turf. The traffic and the subway give it all that it's worth. The rain come down, past asphalt ground. Look at the puddles and the mirror to the sky. The neon of the city give a glow to the scene. The streetlights flashing concert, red and green. Folks holding down, past asphalt ground. Look at the puddles and the mirror to the sky. Tell me if you know a place to go where someone take you in and keeps you warm. Warm bed and a smile, just for a while. Where I can shake off the weight of the storm. Where I can shake off the weight of the storm. Shake it off. Here we go now. Well, I'm pounding pavement lonely on a west city street. Past the hookers and the winos, had to take a break from the rain. A cup of Joe, a chili bowl, right back out again. I hold down past asphalt ground. Look at the puddles and the mirror to the sky. Tell me if you know a place to go where I can shake you and keep you warm. A warm bed and a smile, just for a while. Where I can shake off the weight of the storm. Where I can shake off the weight of the storm. All right, here we go. Tell me if you know a place to go where someone take you in and keep you warm. Warm bed and a smile, just for a while. Where I can shake off the weight of the storm. Where I can shake off the weight of the storm. Just another city, another 1,000 miles from home. An unfamiliar setting, a too familiar song. The wind is cold, the building's old. Look at the puddles and the mirror to the sky. Tell me if you know a place to go where someone take you in and keep you warm. Warm bed and a smile, just for a while. Where I can shake off the weight of the storm. Where I can shake off the weight of the storm. I can shake off the weight of the storm. Where I can shake it off the weight of the storm. The weight of the storm. Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. Into this house we're born. Into this world we're thrown. Like a dog without a bone, an actor out alone. Riders on the storm. There's a killer on the road. His brain is squirming like a toad. Take a long holiday. Let your children play. If you give this man a ride, sweet family will die. Killer on the road. Gary Chase on the drums back there. Girl, you gotta love your man. Girl, you gotta love your man. Take him by the hand. Make him understand. Well, the world on you depends. Our life will never end. Gotta love your man. Oh, thank you so much. Are we still
He
moving?
lost the button.
we
He
back?
lost the button, Max.
He lost the button.
Oh my gosh, what if Max loses the button?
Then Max can't push the button.
What if the button doesn't work?
Oh, the button works.
What if
The
what
button
if, What if
works.
Max broke his fingers?
He doesn't need a finger. He can push it with his
Yeah,
nose
Max,
or
use
his
your
toes
nose,
or
or
his
your
knee
toes,
bones.
or your knees
He can
bones.
set on it with his butox. He can do anything.
Yeah, Max.
Yeah,
What's your excuse now?
I know, right? Buttons are malleable. He's still looking for the button. Forget the button, Bob. Okay,
Forget the
we're gonna
button,
move
Max.
on. We're gonna move on.
Wait,
we
that
need
might
to
be
go.
a button. That might be a button we need.
It might be a button we need. Yeah, I never thought about that way. That's why I like you. You just, you remind me of stuff.
It
that I
might
would
be a
never
button
think of.
that's important.
Yeah.
You know what it might be?
No.
It might be the button that turns all the
Tell us.
water into liquor. It could also be the button that
That's
turns
a
all the
good
food
button.
into tacos.
That's a good button
Oh,
too.
I know.
This woman knows some buttons, man. Okay, so we're out of the buttons because now I'm thinking about tacos and I don't need to be. We still have work to do here, woman. So what we've got is we have our. Did you see that?
Ooh, you just hauled. You just hauled. You just saw. You just
I
saw.
just moved everything.
English isn't a thing in my world. You just heard our songs
That's right.
from us.
Little jamming going on.
I'm
That was
Bone
pretty
Doggy,
cool.
and this is.
Aunt Ray Chan. Let me talk to you 1,000 years about aliens. So anyway,
Oh my gosh, y'all know me too well.
Yeah, don't get you started already.
don't get him
you were
started
there a
on
while
me.
ago. So anyway, that was very cool. We
That
got
was fun.
Brother Gary
We
playing
got Brother
with us.
Gary,
Yep.
and we did. I think something that was a little. It's not new. It's totally old to us, but it's new to you because we haven't put that out there.
Yep. So that was cool. So now we have time for our
Featured artist of the evening.
And who is this featured artist?
You know, this feature artist, I kind of know him.
I think you do.
I think so. He looks familiar.
Probably do. He looks a hell of
Our
a lot like you
feature-
do.
Wouldn't I look like him? He's older.
Yeah, but the resemblance is there.
The
Dux.
resemblance is there because
Yes, it
this next act is the brother from the same mother.
That's
my
right.
mother and father. This is my brother,
Clint.
Clint Watts.
Yep, but we call him Bubba.
We call him Bub. I call him Bubba. And I'll call him Bubba to you if we're in person because I'm not calling my brother the same name as my dad. I'm sorry. Who names their kid the same name? I'm sorry. Why? Why?
We need to go down.
What are we doing with our lives that we have to do that and confuse ourselves?
You
for the
know,
rest of our
sometimes
lives?
you want the lineage to carry on
No.
into another generations.
Yes, you say that, but if I can speak of any words of
course I say that.
encouragement from my dad,
Right.
love you, brother, but he has school debt. My dad has no debt, but they think Clint Watts is my dad, but it's my brother, and they're coming after my dad.
Who is?
Exactly. But they think it's my dad, but it's my brother. And just that junior-senior differentiality, or that 1, 2, 3, it changes the world. If there was another freaking Rach Ann,
Oh my God. The thought of that is just paralyzing.
she's gonna steal my money. Come on, I get it. She's gonna take my money, she's gonna take my car, she's gonna take my house, and she's gonna act like I didn't do anything. And I'm gonna have to kick her booty. And I'm just saying, who does that? Who names their children? Stop doing it. Stop. Sorry. Hate me? Kick me off?
We don't want any letters because we don't read them
Send
anyway.
me the no, I won't read them.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
please hate me, and I will allow you to have whatever opinion. But in the words of Rach Ann, stop it. Okay? Please stop.
Okay, as we crawl out of this foxhole and up to the bright shining part of the sun to bring up the lovely and talented Clint Watts, and if you pay close attention, you'll notice that the bass player is kind of wacky, a little strange. It's you.
I know.
Yeah, I know,
I'm
right?
wacky.
I
I'm
know.
strange.
We're all bass players, and Rach gets to play some bass on this one, which is
That's
pretty
right.
cool.
It was fun. It was fun
Yep.
to play a little bit of bass and
Got
do-
brother Gary Chase back there
we
beating on
got
some
Gary
drums.
Chase. We got Blake Lawson on guitar. We
Is that
have
his name, Blake Lawson? I didn't know that.
Oh, I hope so.
I hope so too. So it
It
could
is
be
Blake,
possibly.
and it
it's
is
Blake.
Law.
Yep.
But is it son? I don't know. I'm
Yep.
pretty sure.
But the thing features Clint and
It
you
does. It,
and some
it
vocals.
features my brother, and the songs we chose tonight are a song of
didn't-
mine, a song of his, and a cover that we do.
A cover,
A
yeah.
Savage Garden cover.
No,
Hello,
I don't know
YouTube.
who they are.
We'll not pay you because
Totally unhip.
that was from the 90s, and you don't care anymore.
You
But
weren't even around. You were that tall.
I was just born
You were that. These a little bit. You were a little nubbin in the '90s.
in that lifetime.
know.
I was around before then, though.
Oh yeah. It's another discussion for another day. Push the button, Max.
Yes, push it before I'm
Before she
demoted.
goes off into another tangent.
That's right.
Clint Watts. Here we go.
What is this, 90s? 90s music?
This is 90s.
Yeah. We're
This
going to
is
take
the
you back
90s.
to the 90s, which is the year I was born. In case you wanted to feel young or old today.
You're born 92, right?
92? You're my brother. I was born in the 90s, dude. I'm only 4 years younger than you. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. Yes.
Yes.
You're good. Here we go.
Anytime I need to see your face, I just close my eyes and I'm taken to a place where your breasts don't mind. And magenta feelings take up shelter in the base of my spine, shaped like a chicken cherry cola. I don't even try to explain, I just hold on tight. And if it happens again, I'm a moose, slide it to the arms and the lips and the face of the human cannonball that I need to, I want to. Come stand a little bit closer, baby, and get a bit higher. You'll never know it's you when I get to you. Ooh, I want you, I don't know if I need you, but ooh, I'm down to find the kind of person who adores the decommit. But getting something good and perfect is what I look for. And the look, the smell of perfume. It's like I'm down on the floor and I don't know what I'm in for. Conversation has a time and place for new interactions. I'm a lover and the need for the tap. Talking, using sympathies and words can be like a deep sea dive. I know you're swimming with the raincoat. Come stand a little bit closer. Breathe in and get a bit higher. You'll never know when it's you and I get to you. Ooh, I want you. I don't know if I need you, but ooh, I'm down to find out. Ooh, I want you. I don't know if I need you, but ooh, I'm down to find out. Anytime I need to see your face, I just close my eyes and I'm taken to a place in your crystal. Find a magenta, feelings take a shelter in the base of my spine, shaped like a chicken cherry cola. I don't even try to explain, I just hold on tight. And every time I take it, I'ma move so slide into the arms and the lips in the face of the human cannonball. And I need to, I want to come stand a little bit closer. Breathe in and get a bit higher. You'll never know when it's you and I get to you. Ooh, I want you. I don't know if I need you, but ooh, I'm down to find out. Ooh, I want you. I don't know if I need you, but ooh, I'm down to find out. Stand a little bit closer, breathe in and get a bit higher. You'll never know when it's you and I get to you. Ooh, I want you. I don't know if I need you, but ooh, I'm down to find out. Ooh, I want you. I don't know if I need you, but ooh, I'm down to find.
Thank you guys. I got one more. Oh, sorry, we got two more. I lied.
Two more. Do. Oh. We're bringing a slightly, highly lovely song back in action. You don't know who that is, that's fine, but we do. Nobody knows.
Back and roots in your eyes. I can see
you, and I'll never let go. If you ask for the world, I'll give you it all. And if you need to pick me up, I'll always be there to lift you up. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. All the time I spent with you, it's the only thing I wanna do. All the time I spent with you, I know you feel it too. All the time I spent with you, I know we got nothing. And I've got you, and I'll never let go. If you ask for the world, I'll give you it all. And if you need to pick me up, I'll always be there to lift you up. Yes, I would, and I've got you, and I'll never let go. I'll give you it all, and if you need to pick me up, I'll always be there to lift you up. Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
Thank you guys.
Do, 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 do. Oh, this is our finale?
All right, guys, this is our last song. This is called Home.
You can find Pirate Radio live on YouTube right now if you look it up. Put Denton in there just so you get a cut through all the other bull crap. But Pirate Radio Live, episode 12, all the way up to 12 is up there right now. That's a whole year. Well, shit. I mean, sorry. Oh, crap. Oh, man. I'm voted out of the island.
Woke up this morning with the sun on my face, but all I can feel is your warm embrace. It feels like baby, I'm out. And we're together after spending time apart. I couldn't sit with you for hours just to my heart, and it feels like baby, I'm out. If you wanna stay the night, don't worry, I won't put up a fight.
kiss. Just a kiss. So much more. So much more. I could kiss you all night long. If you wanna stay forever, that's alright with me. Alright with me. Alright with me. Alright with me. It's alright with me. Alright with me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's alright with me. Alright with me. La-da-da-da. If you wanna stay the night, don't worry, I will put up a fight. If you wanna stay forever, that's alright with me. Alright with me. Alright with me.
Thank you guys. Make sure you tip your bartenders.
That's right. Let's give it up one more time for Gary Chase. Let's give it up for guitar over there, Blake Lawson. Let's give it up for Clint Watts.
Woo! Let's give it up for Rachel. Woo!
More importantly, let's give it up to Hearst Tap House for letting us do this. Are they crazy? Yes, they are, but we love you guys. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm going to go to the bathroom now, so goodbye.
Bye.
And that was Clint. Okay.
This is why I watch this. I literally watch to see how ridiculous we are.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So that was the show. And
That was Clint Watts. That was the show.
Clint
That
Watts.
was the band.
That was right. That was you. And
That was me.
And I got to say this in all honesty. Being a bass player for 1,000 years and being from a bass player, my father was a bass player, my son's a bass player, and all of that. We kind of have that
Was your dog a
groove
bass
thing
player?
going.
Would have been.
That dog's dead.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway. But anyway, you did a really great job on the bass. And that was very cool. It was very cool.
Thanks. It's fun to play bass. Bass
Four stringer.
Four strings.
That's right.
I love it.
That's right.
Bass is my first instrument of choice.
And I love the way you guys' your voices meld together with your harmonies
Something
and
about
stuff
relations.
like that. Yeah.
I mean,
playing with siblings, there's nothing like it in the entire world.
there's not, and
Yeah.
that's why I like the whole female to male vocal thing. That's
Yep.
why, like, when I duo, I want a male. I don't want a female.
Yeah.
And it's not that it can't work. It sounds great. Anything can sound great if you try
But
hard.
but it's
But
better dynamic.
There's
It's a
just
better
a certain
dynamic.
thing I can't hit,
Right.
and there's a certain thing that a man can't hit.
There's
Like,
some
together we can
things,
do
yeah.
it together.
Right.
But I love that. I love that concept, and I love working with my brother.
Mm-hmm.
He is my brother, but we do work really well together.
Yep.
He is the reason I do all this. So thank you, bub. But also, It's been a wonderful show this
Yeah,
time.
it has been. It was really awesome.
I'm very much loving where these shows are going. I'm loving the different acts we're having out.
Yep.
I love the community we're building.
variety.
And the
Yes,
variety
that's it.
and just people coming together. If all the things we're doing, I want
If
musicians
it
to
can
have a
help
hub.
people to get out there and strut their stuff a little bit,
That's
you know.
right,
and-
and we do this. We give them a stage, we give them a live show, and we give them media content at the end
That's
of it.
right.
This
We don't
is
give
what
them any
we're
money,
here to
though.
do. No.
No, we get the money.
We
but
don't-
it's
we
not
don't get
about
the
the money,
money
though.
either.
At this point. Now, the thing is, if you play a gig with Ray Chan and Bone Doggy, you will get paid.
That's right.
But Pirate Radio is basically a community effort.
It is. It's our way to give back. COVID came around when this started. If you're new to this kind of thing and you're like, what the hell are y'all doing? We know you live record. We know you do this. We know you bring artists in. Yes, that's what we do. We did this as a COVID thing because we could not perform, but we could have people come in and perform and,
Get it out
safely
there.
do
Yep.
this. And we wanted to, in my
Yep.
in my world of music, the best things for me are being on stage and being able to practice.
Yep.
And being able to practice. But being on stage is practice. You can play every day in your room, you can play every
Yep.
day in your house, but it's different when you get on stage. It's different behind a mic. It's different behind a PA. This is what we wanted to offer and give people a platform
Give them an
to play.
opportunity to do it.
And at the end of this, you walk out with media content for your press kit, which is what we're doing, musicians that have already been on the show. Remember, we do this to give you media content, to have something to showcase.
That's
And
why we're doing. Is that why we were doing this? I thought it was just self-indulgence. It is self-indulgence.
It is,
see, I
but
told you.
it's our way to give back, but also give you a live stage to play on, give you being in a live stage with
Right. I know.
a photographer in front of you, with cameras, with lights.
That's funny. Is I got a text from an old friend of ours that we have not seen for many
it
years.
Maggie?
No,
Oh,
it
no.
wasn't Maggie. It was Lydia. And
she want to play?
she's up in Kansas.
She can't play.
And
She's
she
in Kansas.
said that just the open mics weren't very good up there. And I said, well, honey, you've been around us for 1,000 years. Go start your own.
Yeah.
And she texted back and she said, that's got some merit. So we're waiting to
Yeah.
see if she goes out and
If your town is
does
not
a thing.
sufficing for open mics, if your community, if your world is not, make your own.
That's right.
Seriously.
And
do it.
if you want to know how to really do an open mic, give us a shout. We'll tell you.
That's right.
We may be wrong, we may be right, but we have definitely got opinions.
We have
That's right.
information. Do
We
you
have
use
information.
it or not?
Doesn't matter.
This has been a
Doesn't
wonderful show.
Yep.
It's been nice having
been
all
fun.
these people. A special thank you to
Ed Mackey,
Ed Mackey,
Carter Elliott,
Carter Elliott,
Julian Gear,
Julian Gear,
us,
and
and our special guest,
our
Clint
special
Watts.
guest of the evening, Clint Watts, who will be back. If you see this before this weekend, then cool. If you are seeing this after the 22nd, then I'm sorry, but Possible will be
Clint's
our next
band.
Clint's
That's right.
band with Michael Possible or Michael, whatever his last name is.
That's Michael Possible, isn't it?
That's what I
Doesn't matter. The band's name
Doesn't
is
matter.
Possible.
Possible, the punk band, is going to
We'll-
be here
we'll have it.
on
We'll have it.
February 22nd at Herb's Tap House.
That's right.
January, July. Oh my gosh.
Okay, it's time to put this one to bed. So we're going to say goodnight. We would like to thank special thanks to our production Nazi over
That's
there.
right, to our wizard behind the curtain.
That's right.
Who isn't always behind the curtain, but when he is behind the curtain, he likes to keep in the things that we don't want him to.
Scary thing. So anyway, and
Special
on
thanks
the-
to Herb's Tap House and
That's
Chelsea
right.
and Herb's
Chelsea
Tap
White,
House.
that's right,
And
taking care
all
of
the
us.
people at Herb's Tap House
Yep.
that support us.
Yep, and have been taking care
And
of
our
us.
bartenders because they support us.
We
but
love our bartenders.
We do. They take really good care of us.
Yeah.
They take
Yeah,
really
they
good
do.
care of you.
Yeah,
If
they
you go
do.
to Herb's Tap House, your bartenders, whoever they may be, and they're all great.
They're
all of
pretty
them.
awesome.
I met them all. I love them all. And I'm literally telling you this. I'm not just giving you shit because they told me to. They are amazing. Lovely service. Lovely beer. I also heard from a little birdie.
Yes.
Oh, he knows what I'm talking about.
I know
I haven't even
exactly what you're
started
talking about.
because
Yeah,
this
that's
is
right.
doggy's language.
And that's right. Apparently, Herbs, if everything goes right, knock table is that they're going to get their liquor license, and as soon as they get whiskey in that place, they're never going to get rid of me. So it's coming.
I'm just saying, Hearst Tap House is the place to be, and they have Mission Pizza,
It's
and they
Denton,
have
Texas, by
they have
Cassie
different
Kittens.
food trucks like
That's
Cousin
right.
Maine's Lobster popping in, but Mission's Pizzas there's generally like every time,
It's good stuff.
and it's a BYOB BYOF. Bring your own food. If you
Yep.
don't want Mission Pizza and you don't want whatever else they have, you
Taco
can bring your
place
own food.
next door, that's
you can
right.
bring tacos. There's a taco place literally right next door. There's a Winco with sushi. And their sushi's not that bad. But there's also a Winco with sandwiches.
Yeah, that's true.
Or ramen. I'm sure they have a microwave.
Well, they've got potato chips too.
Yeah, potato chips and sodas. So it's been nice. So special thanks to Herb Tap House. Special thanks to Bob Ralph. Special thanks to all these people of the night. And
And
a
a special thanks to
you
you for putting up with this crap.
Ah,
We'll be
right.
back next time with episode 15. So until then, ciao bella. Good night.
don't forget to set your clocks back next week.